Hello and welcome to Quantum Rush. My name is Graz and today we're going to take a look at the game behind closed beta. Please be mindful of that as we go into the review. So once you bypass your login screen, you come up on a very nice little area that's a central hub where you can take a look at your racer, you can actually change your game settings, and do a whole bunch of other things. So let's go ahead and take a look at our settings first. We'll go into graphics. The first thing I really took notice of when I tried this was that the video resolution, there are a ton of resolutions in here, so I really like how they really went and did all this. It's great that I actually have various different resolutions for different monitors. Very neat indeed. Of course, you have your full screen option, texture quality, shadow resolution, your anti-aliasing, and all the other good stuff. Now, to make a quick note to everybody, I'm using a very old graphics card for this. This is an ATI 5850, so it's years. It's outdated, to say the least. So for medium quality, I think it does a pretty good job for what it does. We'll go back to graphics, and we'll go back to audio, excuse me. We'll check out our sound, as you have engine sound, music sound, interface, master volume, and all this other good stuff. Very typical and basic type thing. Not much you could really expect from all that. Keyboard bindings. The game is controlled by WASD keys when you race. Pretty straight up. Now you can use the Q and E keys to air brake left or right depending upon which way you want to go. Your weapons will be controlled by the spacebar key, which is pretty cool. And your item pickups will be used by the Alt key. And you'll have various different items picked up during the race, so very neat to say the least. I like that option. Now of course, as you play it more and get into the game, you can actually research different things on your racers. You start off with 3 racers, the Nitro one and all that other good stuff. So we're not really going to do too much with that because we can't really do anything at this time. We can get an up-close look at our racer. We can actually change the paint on a racer, to say the least, as well as a few other things. But currently at this time, those items are locked. So actually, yes, we can do a design. We can change their color right here. We can do like a gray. We can actually go back and do what else? We'll change the color like that. We can also change our secondary color, which we can make a white. There we go. Holy cow. That thing is bright, to say the least. Alright, so we get out of that one, and we can check out our configuration. This is where we go ahead and get our different items, like our engine, booster, cooling, and such. But as you can see, what we have installed and what is locked is 2 different things. So there'll be something that becomes available later on in the game, because of course this is closed beta, so it is what it is. And of course we have somebody online right now who's actually talking to me. Alright, let's head back. We have our scoreboard where we can actually keep score of who's doing what. And of course we have our racetrack. Now our racetrack has various different things. We have the death race, the speed race, and the practice mode. Right now I think practice mode is more viable since there's not a lot of people online. Death race is kind of like a one-on-one where you just fight each other to the death. Speed race is where you're going to go up about, what, 2 players right here as of right now. And currently we're still waiting on 2 players. Let's back out of that. We'll go ahead and do a practice mode to get a better view of the game. Now of course we could change our racer right here if we so choose. We have the Ion Energy 1, the Nitro 1, or the Nano 1. So I'll stick with the Ion Energy 1, which is the one I painted. We could change our racetrack between 3 different ones, the Canyon, the Airport, and a Coastal. So of course I'm not going to play with that too much. We'll just go ahead with the Canyon for 2 laps. And we'll go ahead and start practicing. Now the one thing about the controls is they're tight, but they're not overly tight where you have to overcompensate, and it's not loose. So for me anyway, as a personal opinion, I find the controls very good. I wouldn't really... I can't say anything bad about them. I like the way they're at. I've played a lot of racing games where I find myself overcompensating for some of the controls, as we pick up 1 item right there. So of course, there we go, running into a wall. As soon as I start talking about controls, I run right into a wall. So we pick up another item, which of course looks to be some kind of coolant. I'll activate using my Alt key. And controlling, it's not really that difficult. I find myself using more of the... Whoa, as we go up against the wall. As you can see, there's various different things to the track where you can do nice little tricks like that. I don't find myself using the air brake left or right, as I do is just simply using the left and right keys. I'm kind of an old school racer like that. I don't really go out all fancy. You could do things like drift and such, but I was never one for that. And of course, there I go, running into walls again, so I keep contradicting myself in that regard. I have to say though, for using the old video card and for some of these tracks, I am doing a pretty good job for the most part with the frame rate. I haven't dropped below 57 frames per second, so that's actually pretty good for this computer what it is. Now this computer for the most part is driven by its processor, so it is what it is. There we go, as we do a much better time handling around that part right there. So around this area, I'm actually getting pretty good frame rate reading right about now, about 80, 90 frames per second, which is really freaking good. So I have to say, for the most part, for what it is, I am quite impressed with the first impression of this game. I really like the feel of it. Now, granted, I'm not a racing master, so I will make a lot of mistakes, but for the most part, being into it, I like it is for what it is. Go ahead and use that item again, I'm assuming for cooling. Of course, you can pick up weapons and such when you go ahead and start fighting other players when they get in here. Very nicely done. So we'll actually finish up this lap, and we may go ahead and try one more racetrack to see how that goes. I can't stay off them walls for some reason. But that is on me. There we go. So we go ahead and we finish up that practice round. Very interesting little track. It handles pretty well on an old video card. And of course you get these very informative splash screens as you progress through the game itself. So we'll go ahead and switch it up. We'll go to the airport and see what all that's about. Now I'm sure in due time you'll see a lot more tracks being unveiled. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they would unleash in the closed beta. It'll be pretty interesting. So far I have to say that I'm really interested in what becomes of this game. Hopefully it makes it on Steam Network. Hopefully we hear much more about it later on. Okay, so it looks like already the airport is going to be a little bit more demanding on the video card, which is, I think, a pretty good thing, actually. Man, this is really testing my driving skills here, to say the least. Okay, we got a little speed boost there. Okay, so the braking left and right did not help me too much on that end. Whoa, okay. So very, very enjoyable so far. Of course, I'd probably do a lot better job if I did recordings in post. Okay, that was a little bit of a frame rate drop right there. Expected as much right there, so I really can't say that for the game. Yeah, I would do a lot better job at post-recording this. Oh! Go right to a wall, go figure. Herp derp. So already the airport is offering a lot more challenge than some of the other tracks may have done. Then again, I don't know. I haven't checked out the actual coastal racetrack yet, so who knows? Oh wow, this is very neat. Very neat indeed. Can we go to the plane? Yes. Oh wow, that is pretty neat. Now of course you have to go ahead and find your way around. Where am I going? Where am I going? Holy crap. Okay, here we go. Whoop, whoop. Okay, first time on this track, so this is all brand new. Now you're really seeing my noob skills come out. Very nice. Okay, so that was what? That wasn't even lap 1? Holy crap. What was it? That was lap 1. Never mind. Okay, so we have a shield weapon. I'm assuming this is probably going to be for deflecting any shots that may come your way during a race. Very short-lived, but still very helpful to say the least. And what else we got? Anything else? More pickups? Totally missed that. Now, I wish I knew what some of these pickups were, instead of just blindly using them. That looks kind of like a smoke screen. Who knows? Okay, so we'll go ahead and finish this up. So for the most part, I find myself very intrigued by this game. I would like to see more of it, to say the least. I'm hoping to see more updates relatively soon. I'll be keeping an eye on this. And who knows? So this is pretty much my first impression on this video. I didn't really know what to expect, especially with this map coming in. Holy crap. Yeah, I am definitely not the world's greatest racer, as you are clearly seeing, but it is very nice, I have to say that. Again, I'm very comfortable with the controls. I mean, for me, racing on a keyboard, it's a little bit awkward, but after a while you get used to it. and it's starting to feel like I'm getting used to it already. Alright, so that is it. That is our first look at Quantum Rush. If you found it if you found it informative or you found it entertaining, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. What would you like to see added to this game? Now, I understand more could have been done if we had more competition, if we would have more players and such, but who knows, maybe we'll have another video coming in on that in the future. So have yourselves a wonderful day. If not, then just simply fake it. I'd love to hear from you. But I'll see you again next time with more videos.